Alright, so welcome to Beer, Wine, and Spirits.
Salud.
Season 1, Episode 2. Cheers.
You already have seasons? You guys think you're gonna get that far? He broke the glass! Dude, he broke the glass! Was that a ghost, Jimmy?
Do we need to cut
Do we
already?
need to stop? Are you okay? You're
30
bleeding?
seconds.
Oh my god, there's blood everywhere! What the fuck, dude? Go clean up glass.
I feel concerned. Great way to start.
Yeah, perfect. Anyway.
Great way to start.
That was excellent.
Joe's nipple
I've
is
got this really
showing
weird
you
urge
enough
to
for
start
you.
drinking.
Dude, that was a clip of Ghost Adventures. That was real as fuck. Where he's just like, I just want to drink this Jameson, man. Like, I don't drink really, but So, do we have to take another shot to start it?
No, we're
Okay.
fine. But you should pour more.
We've already done 3 shots, you guys.
You should. We don't
Stop.
have to. No.
Stop. I'm good. I'm
Joey,
good.
literally stop being a pussy. Thanks.
We're pouring them for the end of the interview.
All right. Well, we're gonna get down to brass tacks here.
Okay.
All right.
You should really make a questionnaire to have it, so it's kind of
So,
standard.
take 2. Welcome to Beer. This is Beer, Wine, and Spirits. We're here in Richmond, Vermont, my hometown, his hometown. This is my good friend and friend of the show, Sam Burachowski. We are in his home that he owns and has lived in for much of his life. His family has owned it for generations. Sam, tell us a little bit about the history of your home.
So this house was probably built. I think it was the 1840s originally. It is just the main part of the house. There's a couple additions onto it. Originally, this house was on the other side of the Richmond River. They picked it up and moved it across and placed it here. It's been multiple businesses ever since. It's been a butcher shop, gift shop. There's an underground well under this house. But yeah, so when growing up, we used to find like animal bones and collar bones and shit in the yard all the time when we were digging around and shit like that. So that was pretty common. Then my grandfather owned it in, I want to say 60s when he purchased it, I think.
Yep.
I think him and his second wife lived here. She died in this living room.
She died in the living room that we are sitting in.
Yeah, currently she died in this. She was
Where in the living room?
right here actually.
Oh, okay.
So
I just got chills. I just got chills as you said that. That's okay. Continue.
Okay, yeah. So she had. I think she had some kind of terminal cancer. Mm-hmm. She was basically had a in-home nurse and lived in the living room because she could.
This is your grandmother, or
no? This is my Bruce's second wife.
Gotcha.
So not my grandmother. My grandmother, his third wife.
Gotcha.
So she lived basically like in a hospital bed in this room, and she ended up passing here. Bruce continued to live in here until he sold it to me about 2 years ago now.
When did that death happen?
I think it probably happened in the 90s, sometime around there.
Are you aware of any other deaths that have happened? In the
So
home?
besides this being an actual butcher shop and there being like animals have been, I do not know of any other. But if you go look at some of the original.
Also, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
There is a funeral home.
Yes.
Right next door.
Yeah,
like
there's
we
a
are
funeral
next
home.
to a funeral
We've
home.
seen bodies come in and out of there all the time. So if you look at that garage right over there, so that's where they bring the bodies in and out all the time.
And it's what, like 200 feet from your house, maybe?
Yeah, yeah. I'd say
So
that.
maybe there's a little
Would
bit
say
of
less than 50 yards.
mixing of mojos. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Okay. Mojos mix sometimes.
Yeah,
I understand.
I like to mix my mojo with various things.
I believe you, Joe.
You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy, do you mix it? Do you mix your mojos with other people's wives ever?
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey,
dude.
if her name's Monica, maybe.
Leave her out of this.
What did Monica ever do to you?
She showed me the time of my life.
Okay.
The time of your life is worth $3. Anyway,
$60 on Amazon right
getting
now.
distracted.
Tell us more about the history of the house, Sam.
So after Bruce owned it, he owned. Don't look at me
He's
like
like,
this.
Sips tea locked in. I'm locked in now. Sips tea locked in.
Stop making me laugh, guys.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's
Hold on, I need another sip.
That's the point.
Can you tell us about any weird, I don't want to say sightings, but any weird
Paranormal occurrences.
Tell us about your
paranormal
experiences.
occurrences?
So, well, I guess I should tell you a little bit about the history of paranormal experiences here. because you know obviously
There's a lot.
There's been a lot of stuff that has happened here.
I've had an experience.
You've had an experience. I've had experiences here. Jimmy, I feel like you lived here for a while, and you.
I have not seen anything out of the ordinary.
Have you heard anything weird though? Because I've only heard.
I mean, the
I've
house
never
is
seen
old, so
Yeah.
you hear things a lot of the time. But, you know.
I personally haven't had any experiences at all.
Ian, who was on our last episode and will be participating
Why don't
in
we
the
just get an interview with Ian real quick?
investigation on Friday.
Why don't you just go interview him of just that story?
We will interview him on Friday. Alright.
Ready?
Go for it.
So Mimi and Bruce, you know, lived here. Bruce obviously didn't give a shit about anything, so he, you know.
Okay.
But Mimi, on the other hand, she was afraid to be in this house by herself. She wouldn't be here alone.
What?
Really?
She never lived here actually. By the time they got married, they ended up moving somewhere else. But she refused to stay here alone.
Was there a paranormal reason
Yes.
behind that?
Yes.
That is the reason?
Yeah, directly because she felt uncomfortable in this house.
I will say I've never been here alone.
Yeah.
I've spent many nights in this house.
Yeah.
But I've never been here alone trying to sleep or something.
You know, and on top of that, me, my father, and my brother have all had paranormal experiences here. You know, obviously we've had to be careful because we live right in the center of Richmond. There's a lot of noises. You can hear the house is old. You can hear stuff from the outside. But there's been a couple incidences that there really hasn't been any other explanations, and I can go through the ones that I have.
I was about to say, can you go through those, maybe the top three?
I know
of the
one
things that
time
you've heard of.
when I was picking him up from school on a regular basis, one time he was sitting out front, and I picked him up, and he jumps in my car before I even stop moving, and he's like freaked out, like white as a ghost. I start leaving, and I'm like, "What's wrong, dude?" And he's like, "Nothing, just keep going." And then I eventually get it out of you, like, you had heard a disembodied scream. You were home alone.
Yep.
You heard a disembodied
that-
scream of a female voice.
All right,
So-
Sam, can you tell us more about that experience that
So,
you had with the?
so my
screen?
father worked early morning shift, so he was gone by 5, right? So at 6 o'clock, I'd get up and start getting ready for school. So I did that like any other day, and in the house, did like upstairs, right where my room was, which is right above us. I'll show you that later. But in that, I basically heard a female's voice scream from downstairs. And the reason I say downstairs is because, one, it wasn't muffled. You know, it didn't have kind of like, especially around here in town, you can get a little bit of an echo from other stuff.
But it didn't sound like anything was blocking the noise.
It sounded like in the house, like somebody talking downstairs. But it was like a blood-curdling, like, you know, woman's scream. And I immediately freaked out and was like, what the fuck? And then I got out of there. But that instance did not end that day. So, you know, school happens like normal. I come home from school playing video games. My dad gets home at 5 o'clock. He's home. He, you know, has to go to work the next morning, goes to bed. I'm sitting down here with headphones on, playing video games. You know, obviously they're headphones, so I can still kind of hear through them. They're not noise canceling. And my father comes running down the stairs and goes, "Oh my God, Sam, who are you murdering down here?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Some girl just screamed from inside the house."
I've never heard this part of the story.
Yeah, so, well, and I literally looked at him and I kind of froze for a minute, and I was like, "That's funny you say that, actually." This morning, I heard the exact same scream, and again, he said the same thing. The scream came from, you know, within the house. You know, you could, you know, the same thing. It didn't seem muffled. You know, it sounded like somebody downstairs talking.
Like
basically.
a woman's voice, right?
Yeah. Well, it was a scream. You know, like somebody getting fucking. You
Can
know.
you give us an example?
All right.
Oh boy. Holy shit.
Was that good?
That was good,
That was
dude.
perfect. That
All
was
right.
beautiful.
Yeah, it was probably like that. So that was probably the first major one. So there's also a bunch of other smaller instances that have happened. There used to be a gift shop in the basement. So periodically you would hear the sounds of like entire shelves of like china collapsing to the ground and smashing, you know. And you'd go down there and you'd look around and nothing would be changed. And even after we moved out all the gift shop stuff, you'd still have those moments. And you would hear, I mean, it sounded like somebody used to trash the basement sometimes. You know, somebody's throwing stuff around down there.
No, it was before Dylan lived there.
No, it was before Dylan lived there.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to clarify.
That was a different, yeah.
Long story, we're not going to get into it.
Yeah. That's a different
Maybe
haunting.
next episode.
That's a different haunting. That's gonna be their other series called Domestic Violence in the Home.
Anyway.
Domestic. So, and then I have a third very, very clear incident that is probably the one that actually scared me the most. So I played football. Father came and picked me up from football practice, brought me back, and so brought me back here. And as we entered through the kitchen door, which I'll show you later, basically we heard the sounds of somebody's footsteps from one end of the hallway run towards my father's room, which my father's room is past the only stairwell down, and there really isn't any way to get out of, my father's room, or my room now.
Yeah.
You're jumping 2 stories from one side, right? And even then, the windows open, they're kind of like the hatch that open out, like this. Mm-hmm. It's not something you can really do super efficiently. So when we walked in and we heard that, our immediate reaction was, holy shit, somebody broke into our house. So we grabbed baseball bats, I grabbed a golf club, and we basically slowly cleared out the house because we thought we're going to fucking whoop somebody's ass, and nobody here. And, there's nowhere that he could have gone because he ran and ended in my father's room, which was directly above where we were. Mm-hmm. So other paranormal instances is we've heard people pacing on the front porch. I've heard other voices before, like just talking.
Any male voices?
Yes, but I mean, I don't.
One question that comes to mind.
The parking lot is right there.
Yeah, the park exactly.
Has any parts of the house been any additions to the house since the original haunting? Where you think it came from?
Well, so his wife died when the additions were already in. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's any been movement since the hauntings have happened, really. Because I mean, I'm pretty confident that I can trace them back to her. We've had a friend see an apparition of a woman here before. We've heard other people talking and screaming.
The story you just told about the footsteps is basically what my one experience here was too. Because I was out here in the living room one time, while there's probably 5 or 6 of you guys out in the kitchen over there playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And then I heard very distinctly, it was definitely footsteps going on upstairs along this hallway, and I looked up there, up the staircase, and saw that the lights were off. So I was like, that's weird. I don't think there's anybody up there. And then I went and double checked the kitchen and was like, everybody who should be in this house currently is in the kitchen. There's nobody upstairs.
Yeah. And that's another big thing for the activity is we don't get a lot of activity in our rooms or anything like that, like almost none whatsoever. Mostly just in that hallway.
In that upstairs hallway?
In the upstairs.
And the basement, it sounds like?
So the upstairs hallway, this stairwell, in here, obviously, and in the basement. A lot in the basement.
Do you hear anything on the stairwell?
Yeah, we hear people walking up and down it.
So
we had lights turn on and stuff, so.
Do you have any more history of the house before your grandfather owned it?
I mean, so the best I can give you for that is there's photos of this house from, I think it's the 1920s flood.
Cheers to that.
Yeah,
beer, wine, and spirits.
Let's go.
When do you hear that spirit, dude?
Hey, didn't break that time.
Reload.
I might have a little ectoplasm in my pants, dude.
So there's photos of this house here in the Richmond flood of 1920, I think it is, because it was all along the Burachowski. So if you...
No, I can't wait till the take of,
Dude, what the fuck?
No, I can't wait until the take. They're gonna see us talking, and the shots are gonna be there, and then
they're gonna be gone.
They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be like, what the fuck
happened? This is straight take right here, dude. We don't need to cut, any of this, dog.
No, we have to.
To the bros in the audience.
It'll be fine.
You gonna pet that
Trust
dog?
me.
I'm gonna pet that dog.
I'm a professional ghost hunter.
You are.
And video hunter.
You have a card.
Whoa, guys, what happened?
Whoa! Whoa!
So, anyways, back to the history of the house, Sam.
So the best I have for you guys is photos of this house in this location during the 1920s.
Do you have those physical copies?
No, so if you go, they used to be posted up on Bridge Street all the time. I don't have any of those photos anymore.
Really?
Remember those photos that showed?
I do.
So that it showed the house over here.
That's cool. I didn't realize that was this house.
Yep. So, yeah, that's about all I got.
Okay.
All right.
What you got,
Anyone
Ian?
else that we can talk to that might have?
So yeah, you
information
can
on
talk to
haunting
Ian
the
Pratt.
house?
Ian Pratt.
He'll
You
be
can talk to
here
my-
on Friday.
You can talk to my father.
Yeah.
He was a good
And-
Jason Burachowski. You literally
Oh.
don't. You have my
I
dad's
look forward.
phone?
I look forward to meeting the man.
That's dead.
And your brother, correct?
My brother might have some
He
instances.
must be a strapping.
And what is
young
your brother's
chap.
name?
You can also talk to Gail Jacobs,
Mimi.
my grandmother, Mimi. Yeah,
We love Mimi.
Mimi's awesome.
She's a fan of the
Mimi
show.
will get you a
She's
sweatshirt.
I mean,
a fan of Joe.
She's not yet, but she will be.
Yeah. So.
What do you mean by that?
She told me
Anyway,
some things, Joe.
Okay.
She calls you Joey the slut.
She
anyway,
loves sluts.
She also calls you Jimmy the whore.
that makes a lot of sense, dude.
It does.
I'm a slut. He's a whore. I'll do it for free. He'll do it if we give him money.
Well, who has money?
I got some money.
Look at the time again.
Jesus Christ, guys! It's like 3 fucking fireball shots, and you're already trying to. Suck
It's
each
4.
Other. That's the 4th.
That's the 5th.
Whoa,
dude.
where'd those come from?
Or the 4th.
Oh!
4th Hokage.
Oh no, we
What
can
time
only.
is it? I gotta get my pork roast out.
Yeah.
We can only go 1 cat of autism per shot.
All right, let's do a cut, and we'll do a
Yeah.
tour of the house next.
Yeah.
Your wine and spirits.
This is pot roast I made today.
Oh God! You trying to get me hard, dude?
Yeah.
You get me all the way to your house to get me fucking hard, dude. You trying to make me come right now?
Let's try it. You wanna try some?
Yeah, I do want to try some.
It's probably gonna be really hot.
Oh God!
Walkthrough.
Let's do a walkthrough.
So this is the kitchen. This is part of the addition to the house. All this is an addition.
This is where D&D happens.
This is
over
where
here.
D&D happens. I have dragons here. Don't touch it.
And dungeons.
Do you guys actually want to see my first edition D&D books?
No.
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I have them in
I'm-
plastic.
Positive. Let's check out your real dungeon that you have downstairs.
Okay, so we're gonna check out the basement. All right. It's still gross, but you know, we're just gonna have to deal with it.
It's fucked up because of
So-
the last haunting that he had.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I just did a wink.
So this is the workbench area. That was what we call it. There's not a lot of activity here. Not a whole lot has basically changed since then. You know, like this is basically looked the same way it
You
always
can
has.
tell it's old as fuck. 'Cause, like, look at these fucking
Yeah, if you look at some of the
stone walls over here, dude.
yeah. Well, I'll show you
That's
the
old.
I'll show you the bark over here. Here, come on over here.
Dark.
So over here is where the storage area of the gift shop used to be. This is also where the butcher shop is. This is where you used to get the most activity. You get most of the activity over in these areas because this is where the inventory was, all along the walls. There is a well right here. Don't go in there.
Can you do that once more, Sam?
This is the well.
I've seen you open this up before, actually.
Yeah.
You were real fucked up when you did it, but I remember vaguely.
That happens. Yeah, so this is where a good chunk of the activity happens in this house. I think you guys will have pretty good.
We should set up a stationary camera down here, maybe.
Agreed. I'm gonna do a little. Just gonna do a full view. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
You guys want to walk behind me?
Yo, what kind of crazy sex rope is this, dude?
Well, actually,
Hop on, Joey, and
that's the
find
rope
out.
that I plan to hang myself while I get blown. Here, Joe.
That's some fucking David Carradine autoerotic asphyxiation shit, dude.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm into it.
Say it again, baby.
I'm
not a
into
cool
it.
chord.
David Carradine autoerotic asphyxiation shit, baby.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
Alright. So this is just the main living room area. No, not a big deal. There is some kind of activity. Heard footsteps on the porch. Plenty of footsteps around here. You ready to go upstairs?
Yeah, we can go upstairs.
Okay.
All the lights on?
Lights? So this is where the other main parts of the activity in the house are. Usually they start around here.
I found them already.
Into this hallway from here down to here. Yeah.
There's a banshee in
You
there
guys can
too.
come in these rooms.
Although she's following me, so
We don't really do a lot of activity in here.
it's dark.
It's dark in here.
Say it again.
Well, you can investigate in this room for now. In the bathroom, obviously. But there isn't a whole lot of activity that happens in these either rooms. It's mostly just this hallway.
So we could also set up a stationary camera in this hallway.
Yeah, like went down here.
Given the basement and the upstairs hallway are the two hot spots.
Yeah, super interesting.
Why didn't they list it with you? But how does he have offers?
Because he has friends who
Yeah.
Alright. Go.
This is Joe. We're here in Richmond, Vermont. My hometown is the night of the investigation of the Burachowski House. We got a couple of people that just moved to Vermont. We're going to talk to them about ghosts for a minute.
What's your name again, sir? Isaac.
Isaac and Ashley.
Yeah, she's talking straight.
Alright, that's fine. You told us you just moved here, so you don't have any experiences here.
Not yet, although I do feel like I have some connection here through my grandpa, which is very interesting as far as spiritual, connection. I feel like my grandpa had Alzheimer's when I was a child, and he could remember two things. One is the Army in World War II, and the other is Vermont. And he would never stop talking about Vermont, and I joined the Army, and eventually the Army led me to Vermont. So here I am. So since I've been here, I've definitely started more of that.
Very, very good that you're supporting our troops. Very good. We support our troops on Beer, Wine, and Spirits. You guys like my hat?
What the fuck?
Oh, nice.
Alright, Joe, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, dude, keep rolling. Let's see. So what are your experiences outside? You said you're from Florida. Do you have the paranormal experiences in Florida?
Not so much in Florida, but when I was 18, I joined the Army and joined the infantry, and they would look at me, they were like, hey, you're pretty tall, handsome, and have a clean record. We're going to send you to the old guard. So I went to the old guard, and I became a new guard at Arlington National Cemetery. So I essentially lived in the cemetery for 4 years.
That's a creepy place.
Yeah, guarding the dead. And my first, 40 paranormal experience that caught me way off. It had a lot of other things happen, but the first big one was I was guarding the cemetery. And granted, it was late. It was very late. The lights were all shining down on the tomb. And had my weapon on my shoulder, and some of my girls walking back and forth. And I looked on the marble, on the stairs, obviously going up to the Coliseum, and almost imagine somebody took a projector and projected an image of a girl in a red dress and Converse.
That's interesting. If you remember what Joe at the other place we were at last week was saying, he's from North Carolina.
No, South.
He's from North Carolina.
Yeah, Adville.
He also had a paranormal experience involving an apparition of a girl in a red dress.
Interesting.
This was just last week. Yeah. The last time I talked to you.
Yeah. So anyways, I see her and she's wearing this Converse and she kind of kicks the ball and skips around and then stops. So I'm like, I'm like, what do I do? I get to our barn shack and I call downstairs and I'm like, yo, get out here. We gotta get this girl. She's probably missing her family. And my trainer was like, get the fuck out. You are in your head, you're tired, you know, you're seeing things. I was like, okay, totally dismiss it. For the next 3 years, thought nothing of it. I was like, I was tired, I was freaking never brought it up again. And then it got to a point where I was the one in charge of the police, and I walk outside, and all my new men are like useless, and they're like talking, they're like, no, you know, they all say, what's going on? They're like, oh, it's nothing. No, what's going on? And a new guy starts to explain, I shut my mouth. The same exact experience during the same exact time, and I had never told the story. This guy is new. The guy that I had called on the phone and told the story, he had been gone for years now. So like, there's no way that this guy, whose name was also Isaac,
Oh my god. So many coincidences.
so many coincidences. So I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is my life.
When you say same time, is it like kind of
Yes. Right at, I know this I said right before 3. So like at 2:45. No.
You're witching it.
Yes. And I know I started to surf it. It was just like right at 2. And then the bell rang. Cheers.
Espresso martini. Oh, that looks. It threw me off a little bit. It's not a martini glass. Yeah.
I feel like it.
So
We're back at the Burachowski House. So we're doing this again because we had audio difficulties with our last one. We caught a lot of things, so it's not.
Be honest with what happened.
Audio issue.
What happened really with the audio?
I blame Jimmy. He put in the wrong mic.
Okay.
It's all Jimmy's fault. And then, so we're back here again next Friday.
Clown.
Let's just do a quick introduction here. You got me.
Homeboy. Pussy Patrol.
You got Sam, the owner of the house. You have John, friend of the show, has also lived here for a time.
My experience with ghosts, I will say I'm not afraid of them. However, skeletons.
Well, I bought a gun.
Skeletons, don't touch me with those. Ooh.
You got a gun, bro?
Yeah.
In case if you see a ghost?
I have a black one.
Huh?
Anyway, introduce him.
Anyway, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. This is my loving brother, Michael Elkins. He's got a clown.
Haunted clown.
It's a haunted clown. We're going to use that as a trigger object. Sam, you left a giant thing of lube out on your coffee
And
table.
a device. And Mike, show the
And
device.
what is this over here?
It's a strange, looks like a masturbatory aid.
It's some kind of vibrating
Well-
massager.
I'll be honest with you guys.
Do explain.
Gas blaster on.
I
Dude.
recently have gotten a girlfriend, and I'll be honest, don't use a black light in here.
Ooh.
I am sitting on the couch right now, and I feel disgusting.
On that couch,
Anyway.
on that couch, on this table, on that side.
Anyway,
of the couch,
gentlemen.
on the rug.
Last week when we were here, we caught a lot of activity. We actually did. Those lights in the kitchen were flipping out. We caught a lot of noise on the audio recorder in the basement. So we're going to set up a camera in the basement this time. Upstairs setup will be either the same or similar to what we set up. I'm thinking maybe get the opposite angle, so by Chris's room rather than by Sam's room. And we'll put a cat toy on the floor, get that. We'll set up a cat toy in the basement, see if we can get that. And then we'll have our handheld camera. We'll have our regular gear that we've got. I got a new tripod. It'll be easier to set up another camera that's stationary downstairs and upstairs. Did you say your tripod?
Keep going.
I'm good, man.
Roll
Let's
it.
talk
Oh,
about
one more
that.
shot. Look at these legs.
So here's zoom in.
Yeah, it's this little doodad, this little clit.
Don't
Don't call it that.
Clit commander, dude. Alright, you...
I hope I don't hear that ever again.
That's disgusting, dude.
Tick, tick, tick.
Joe, do you
Take
want
out the
one?
cat toys.
Or does anyone want one of these? I got
Oh, dude, those fuck me up. I can't have them.
Are you ready to hunt some ghosts?
Yeah, I'm recording.
So creepy.
I'm pretty girl.
What's your name?
I forgot to introduce Mr. Wiggles
I
over
think
here.
Michael's possessed.
Hi! I'm Reynolds! This is my inside voice!
Alright, let's go do our fucking...
Nice to meet you!
Fuck away from me, Mr. Wiggles.
Okay!
It's awful.
I'm recording you if you want to describe anything.
We're setting up a stationary cam in the same hallway as we did last week. I'm putting it at a different angle. I'm going to set up the ball, the same cat ball that moves upon contact. I'll set it up around the same spot. Let's switch this to night mode real quick. That ain't it. There we go. That's night mode.
Sure.
One second.
God won't interfere with the ghosting, will he?
He will play the
I'm about to demonstrate the cat ball here.
Okay.
So I'm turning it on. I'm going to set it up right where I set it up last week. So it goes for 10 seconds when it's moved. And I'm about to show you.
Oh, it's a cute kitty. Hi, doggy.
Oh, I'm going to give you our forehead there.
This is dog. It's a cat, all right.
So as you can see, you guys,
Dog.
a cute kitty. Named Dog. So when I set this up here, was Dog gonna play with that?
Whee!
No, dog's in the
So
playroom.
I'm stomping. It's not fucking turning on, right?
Mm-hmm. Not much is moving it.
It's not turning on.
Yeah.
Right? So let me make sure that I have that on here. Turn off all the lights. Look at all the lights. Sam, could you please touch the ball? Perfect.
It kind of needs a little bit of force, Joe.
I know it does. It goes off. That's why it's creepy as fuck when it goes off by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You have the EMF detector?
Yep.
This, we're going to put right next to it.
So if it
We're
lights
gonna
up,
leave this one
We're
here.
going to leave it right
if it's
there,
green,
turned on.
that's nothing. But
Means it's nothing.
if there's anything else,
I have a better EMF detector that we'll bring along with
This
us.
one?
That one's way better. I'll show you how to work that. All right. I'll do that though because there's a picture of my not penis on there.
He's recording, dude. He's recording.
I don't give a fuck. All right, let's go to the basement.
Shoes on.
In my
Basement.
I don't think I caught you talking about dick pics, but now I did.
All right, so we have our spirit box here. If you think you want to communicate with us, you can speak into or manipulate this device. Let me see if the volume's up. It's up all the way. And you will be able to hear what you're saying. Was that you?
Is there anybody in this room with us right now? Is there anybody in the basement that wants to contact?
Last time when I said her name.
what's her name?
Her name is Erna.
Erna.
That was upstairs though.
Are you here in the basement, Erna?
That's Joe. Is there anybody in the basement?
It was a lot of woman's voice too. It sounded a lot like that one.
Is anybody here with us today?
Please make your presence known. Light up this cat ball. You get the EMF detector.
Sean's got it. It's not moving.
Can you hear my voice? did that say?
1 sec. Sound like a man's voice.
I heard 1 sec too.
Who are you?
Anybody who wants to contact us right now? Do you know Bruce? Do you know who Bruce Jacobs is?
Did you work here when this was a butcher shop? Did you cut up a lot of meat?
Was it human meat? That's the real question.
How long have you lived here?
What was that?
I don't know.
Sound like it's a bitch.
How long have you been in this house? How long have you been stuck here?
Do you have a message for the current owner of this house? This is your chance. He can hear you right now. Come on, make some noise. You made a lot of noise last week. I heard you all night long on my audio recorder last time.
Can you watch that way for me, Joey? That direction. Just look that way for a while.
Just look that way?
Yeah.
Why?
You
seeing something?
I saw some light, but there's not really any light. There's like a small window over there, but
I see a shadow. At least I thought that was me. Oh yeah, that's gotta be... It's the light coming in from over there and casting a shadow. We should figure out how to dim that.
did you die here? When did you die? Do you want... Why don't we have a few of you go upstairs?
It might be better.
Maybe if we have a
So
little...
you guys got the camera right there.
Yeah, me and John will stay down here. We've got the EMF. We're going to keep the thermal camera.
I'll adjust it. What did that say?
Said split up.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want us to split up? That's probably
That's what I'm talking about. That was an intelligent response.
It's probably best if we split up. We'll cover more ground that way.
I need to adjust this point slightly. So you may want to move the cat ball so that you can see it in case it lights up. So just move it back slightly more towards the stand. Like if it was...
That's us moving it, obviously.
So you can see it just barely right now.
Find your spot and settled.
Alright, you guys come down here, or stay down here.
We'll convene.
Yeah, why don't you guys go...
Let's give it like 20, 30.
Do you want to take the audio recorder and we'll keep the...
We'll take the audio since you got that in the camera.
Yeah, there's audio recorder.
What did that just say?
I don't think it was anything.
You heard that intelligent response, though, right?
Split up, yeah, when we were talking
That's
about going
fucking
upstairs.
crazy, dude. Alright, we'll go upstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the recording on this camera.
So here's one of the clips where the audio is not working. And it was just Jimmy and I in the house. I come upstairs after doing our preliminary walkthrough. I turn the lights on. And then I notice that they start flickering a lot. And these are old lights. I've seen them flicker before. But I have never, ever, ever seen them flicker like this. They go on for several minutes. I really wish the audio was still there because you could hear the legitimate fear in both mine and Jimmy's voice as we're like, what the fuck is happening? trying to figure out what's going on. And like I said, they're old lights and they do flicker. I have seen them flicker, but it's usually like just right when you turn them on, they flicker for 1 to 2 seconds and they're back to normal. I come back over and I hit them again. To see if I can replicate the effect. And then it looks like I'm still messing with them right there, but my hand is actually not on the switch, as you will see here in a minute. They continue to freak out as I am not touching the lights. This is one of the highlights of the night when it was just Jimmy and myself. It really set the tone for the rest of the investigation. Definitely one of the more interesting things that we have captured on camera thus far. And Sam, the owner of the house, has seen this video, and he also recognizes the lights do occasionally flicker, but he has never, ever seen them do anything like this either. So this is highly, highly unusual, and not your typical phenomenon for those lights, even though they are quite old, and the electrical wiring is probably questionable. And I continue fucking with them. Realize that, you know, this isn't normal, and then I proceed to call Sam and tell him how haunted his house is, because he wasn't there that night.
Alright, Team Alpha going upstairs. They're Bravo. No, they're Beta.
So we can hear them right now. Let's keep that in mind.
Are we doing this room, or I thought we were going
We're
upstairs?
going upstairs. I'm just going to kill the lights.
Okay.
Sounds like they're getting something.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're back upstairs. You know the drill. I know you did it last week. You want to let us know you're here? You can light up either one of these little devices. So all we really want to know is that you're here. Nothing more, nothing less. So you want to let us know of your presence. Light up either one of those little devices. If you want to talk to us, you can speak directly into this little device in my right hand. I'm setting it down right here.
Nice. Want to grab a seat?
Papa squat.
It's Chris's desk.
Sounds like they're getting shit downstairs.
They did go like, whoa, while you were coming up the stairs, so maybe they thought our feet on the
I
stairs.
thought I heard them say my name.
I heard whoa or Joe, yeah.
Well, when Jimmy and I were down there last week, we heard a lot of like thudding. Like we were the only ones here, and we heard like thudding noises coming.
We got some bumping when we first went down there the first time.
Yeah, we heard knocking. You noticed it was 3 knocks too, right?
Didn't count.
It was 3 knocks. You know the significance of 3 knocks?
Nope. Ghosts?
It's said to be a mocking of the Holy Trinity.
Huh.
Which is synonymous with demonic.
presence is. I'm not saying I don't think there's a demon in this house.
And comedy comes in threes too.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, there's 4 of us tonight.
Yeah. We've got the clown.
I think 3 is the perfect number. Where's the clown?
My pocket.
Take it out.
I'm hoping he like heats up or explodes in my pants or something. Or like he starts wiggling around
Oh God.
like Chucky. Here is clown.
Let's set him up, dude. Let's use him as a trigger object.
I've never gave him a name. I feel like he
His
should
name
have.
is Wiggles.
Well, I just made that up. Oh, excuse me. That's probably bad for recording. I just made that up earlier. He can be Wiggles. Sure.
You want to set him up in a really creepy spot that Sam will find later?
He will throw that clown away if we do that, though. And I don't really want to lose my clown.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious if he hadn't already said if I left it here, he would, like, throw it away.
We could set him up, like, over here for right now.
Yeah, by the ball. We could try to talk to him.
He's just chilling. That's Mr. Wiggles. You can play with Mr. Wiggles, too, if you want.
Yep, there he is. Wiggles.
Is he wiggling?
EMF, no. And ball. Do you like to come down the hallway?
So the significance of this hallway is that there's been multiple people, myself included, that have heard very distinctly footsteps running and walking up and down this hallway.
Is that a bug or...
You see that?
Yeah.
We're just looking at your camera.
Is that a bug
There's
or an
no
orb?
bugs up here, dude.
It might have been an orb.
Might have been. Did you? I feel like I saw that like even off camera. Can you do that again? Was that you?
Do you want to come up or down the hallway?
Can you hear the sound of my voice? Here, I'll go sit at this end. Weird noise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if it was somewhere I stepped.
Might have been floorboard.
Might have been.
Old house.
Can you make the ball light up for me? Can you make either one of those devices light up for me, please? Did you do that again?
Yeah, what was that? Were you moving?
It's coming from this room.
That came from behind you. Should I come down?
I think, yeah, come on down. I think it's coming from this room.
Coming. Try not to kick the... Yeah, I heard it again. What was that?
I don't know. This was up here.
It's very acoustic.
I don't know what that was.
Very hollow.
It's weird.
So it's just,
What is that?
that sounds like a speaker system almost. A little.
That thing? There's this trash can.
Yeah, it's getting knocked. Did you knock the trash can again? Yeah, it was definitely the trash can.
While we were out here too, right? Like
Yeah, you were standing, because I heard it while you were walking over here. But yeah, this is like 3 feet around the door behind you.
Can you knock on that trash can again?
Whoa!
Do it one more time, please.
I wasn't shitting you.
I know, that's cool. Let's take a closer look at this trash
Yeah,
can.
what the fuck is going on with this trash can, dude?
Is there a way it could be... Ooh. Is there a way it could be making noise on its own?
Let's check it out.
Is it like dented and the dents are...
I haven't seen this trash can ever up here before, to be honest with you.
Like once... It could just be... It has like some bumps on it.
It is dented, but like, why would
Yeah.
it be doing shit by itself like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I kicked it a little bit ago. Maybe it was popping back out, but it's...
Yeah, but then why would it be doing... There's a shot glass right there. Why would it be doing it again? You know what I mean?
Take a close look at this. There are some... Let me fill... Because I would think maybe a dent popping out, but I just did it like 6 or 7 times, and I didn't kick it hard. I tapped it. I went. Also, I should know. I just tapped my foot there.
And I thought maybe like I was walking on something and a floorboard popped into it or something. Like, but that
Yeah.
time I asked it to do it, neither of us were moving.
Yeah.
So it did that like independently of anyone moving.
Can you pop the trash can again? It hasn't done it really well. I don't think it's done it while I had the camera on it.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, I just got orb.
Did you really?
Yeah. Again, though, it's hard to know. Oh. I'm getting some orbs. Oh.
Let's check to see if there's any bugs.
I think they're coming upstairs. I'm getting a couple orbs.
Boys, what'd you find?
I love that song.
So we didn't find a whole lot, honestly. There was a minute there might have been something.
We heard you guys yell.
We
Well,
got
I thought I saw some. It could have been a shadow. I don't know.
some
then
stuff.
I moved.
Do you want to hear? You go first.
Yeah.
Not really not much. And then we didn't really get anything off of this.
The radio thing, the only thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, Sam, but I noticed it sounded like some song on the radio, but it happened twice saying die.
Yeah.
Dead, die.
It-
Two separate times it came around.
Interesting. So we just had something happen.
Yeah.
We were over here hanging out, doing some EVPs. Didn't really get anything. We set up the clown as a trigger object, by the way. So I say, hey, I'm gonna go stand over here and just start asking questions, trying to get this ball to light up, say shit like that. And as I'm walking over there, I hear a noise. It sounds like kind of like a beat on a drum. And then I was like, huh, that's weird. And I tried to like step around to see if it was like a weird floorboard noise.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah,
That's the floorboard,
Okay.
not a spook.
So, well, although that's true, Michael and I were both standing right here,
It's a long floorboard.
We stood here.
and I asked for it to happen again.
Oh.
We were both standing right
Oh.
here. It happened again. It did it
Just
a
said,
handful
"Do
of
it."
times.
And
And actually, what we decided was that we thought maybe it was this trash can.
it was coming from like here.
No, there's a loose floorboard.
Even so, it was doing it while we were both standing right where we currently are.
So that downstairs camera's almost dead.
I have more battery. Should we go change it out right now?
If you want to.
You guys want to switch spots?
Yeah, why don't
Sure.
we'll sit upstairs. I want to we'll do some audio recording in here.
Yeah, bring the ghost
Yeah,
box.
you take the ghost box.
I mean, you got. It would
I
make
don't know,
sense
we
to
could
keep
the
the
same,
device
keep the
there,
same
you know what I
ones.
mean?
I need a refresher.
There it goes again.
What?
The bump.
It did it again?
Yeah, well, I was here.
That thing just beeped. It just flickered. The EMF detector just flickered.
Let me get a heat reading real quick.
I'm trying to stay on the side of the hallway because the camera's back here too.
Maybe I'm just seeing shit, but I swear I just saw that thing fucking flicker.
I don't see any abnormal heat signatures.
We were getting some orbs down in the other room down there.
There were orbs in Josh's old room.
Oh, I just got another orb.
Do you guys want to use the camera or?
Oh, yeah. Well, we won't catch anything in Sam's room.
Yeah, but we could hear things in Sam's room. I mean, we could put it in Sam's room really if we wanted.
Nah, I think we're good. Well, because it's mostly the hallway, right? Or can you see the ball?
No, we can't see the ball. Maybe put it back farther. Right there is good.
You can see it?
Yes.
Sweet.
Alright, so I'm going to get rolling on here, put it in night mode.
Yeah, it's already recording.
It is already recording. Alright,
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in night mode for when we turn the lights out.
Alright, perfect. Alright.
Anybody up here, if you want to make your presence known, just move this ball on the floor right here. It will let us know that you're around and that your presence will be known. If you move the ball, it will light up and it'll let us know that you touched it. So it'd be pretty cool if you did that. All you got to do is touch it, move it a little bit, and it'll light up. And it'll let us know that you touched it, and that's all we really want. Alright? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was staring at the other ball.
Can you make that ball light up again? Can you make the ball light up again?
Okay, now Joe's recording, so I can. Right.
So, I explained this upstairs last week, but if you're down here now, today, this week, and you want to let us know you're here, I'm leaving this ball on the corner of this well. All you have to do is move the ball.
No.
And it'll light up.
Did you hear that knocking?
I did.
Just got an EMF hit.
I know. You don't have your phone in your pocket, do you?
No, that's why I checked with this.
You don't have your phone?
No, my phone's
So that
silent.
went off for no reason.
Yeah.
If you can hear us, can you make the EMF detector go off? Can you make that beeping noise again? You guys got serious all of a sudden, huh?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just listening for ghosts.
So, if you want to make your presence known, you can make this device beep, or you can move this ball, and it'll light up, and it'll let us know that you're here, because we just want to know that you're here. We just want to know what's up.
don't really know how that thing's supposed to work, honestly.
Well, so this is supposed to scan radio channels.
Yeah.
Very fast. I don't know. That's about as all I get. That's why you'll hear some stuff.
Yeah. But you're not just clips,
Mhm.
snippets.
See.
Mm. Is anybody down here with us? You want to say anything? Put on a tune, maybe. We can all listen to something together.
What was your favorite music? Yo, I just saw a fucking shadow over there.
I can't see shit. Hold on. Let me. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me. So.
Yo.
What?
Look at the cat ball.
What? Oh. Well, we just moved.
No, I just stepped around that whole thing.
I just stood up though.
Okay.
I just stood up. I think that was us. Hold on. Let's let it stop
Let's
again.
let it stop.
And all right. It's cold. There's no heat or cooling there. You spooked me.
Is there anybody here? Are you home?
Where do you see the shadow? Just at the end of the hall?
Yeah.
This thing's too bright, so my eyes can't adjust. So I'm looking through it right now.
You want to cover it up with something?
I mean, I could. I want to see if there's a heat change, though. Right now, it's all just about 70 degrees down this hall towards the end of the room. There is the radiator back there, the boiler back there.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. To the graveyard. Leave the cameras rolling here and come back.
The one upstairs is dead.
Well, okay, we can charge that camera, leave this one.
We could bring this one to the graveyard.
Okay, let's see. The upstairs is more fruitful. We should bring this camera upstairs.
We could,
and charge the other one and then go to the graveyard.
You guys got the audio recorder?
No.
Where is it?
Oh.
Did
Did
you
we
put
leave
it
that
on the
running?
cat coffee table? I left it on the living room coffee table. Did you just kick the ball?
Yes, I picked it.